This is football, and every save improves upon the previous one. From a save that left the entire country holding its breath to one that was voted the save of the century. At level 5, this goalkeeper pulled off the impossible during the biggest football stage, the 2022 World Cup final between Argentina and France. What a game it was! At halftime, Argentina led by 2 goals to none. But after 90 minutes, Mbappe produced an amazing brace to force extra time, and both sides scored once more to tie the score at 3. France had one last shot just when it appeared the game would go to a penalty shootout. After Kolo Muani received a fortunate break, everyone, except this guy, thought the shot was in. Fantastic save! Kolo Muani was astounded, as was the rest of the world. Emi Martinez is not the only goalie to make a world-class save in a championship game. Witness this level 10 goalkeeper. The 2010 final between Spain and the Netherlands was extremely close until a defensive error by the Spanish squad let Arjen Robben through.
But this is the chance. Arjen Robben is in.
Both teams were trying to play it safe, and man, that should have been over as soon as he got past the defense. Spain won the game 1-0 later, so that save contributed to their World Cup victory. When the teams need them, some goalies, Martinez, Casillas, and even Alisson at level 15, come through. The Reds started badly against Newcastle United a few weeks ago. They gave up an early goal, Captain Van Dijk was sent off, and Newcastle had them under pressure. The shots kept coming, but Almiron's incredible volley headed for the top corner was the standout play until Alisson stunned the entire stadium. Even his teammates thought it had gone in. Perhaps remarkable goalies are a Merseyside thing. I mean, Dinosaur Arms had everyone in the blue section of Liverpool incredulous. Jordan Pickford is quite contentious and often in the spotlight at level 20. See, it's no secret that Pickford has short arms. Some rival fans called him Dinosaur Arms in jest, and the moniker has stuck ever since. But even Pickford's harshest detractors gave him a standing ovation during the match against Chelsea, asking, how has he done that? Since Peter Cech made a save so unbelievable that the opponent player asked for an autograph in the middle of the game. I haven't witnessed a save that outrageous. Cech is 6 feet 4 inches tall and at level 25, so he shouldn't be flying like that. Speaking of huge goalies, during Belgium's 2018 World Cup quarterfinal versus Brazil, Thibaut Courtois, at level 30, made a world record save against the king of the Samba Boys. See, Belgium sped to a 2-0 lead before Brazil proceeded to attack them with everything. It was an incredible blockbuster. That Belgium defense was like a cheat code. It was difficult to get past players like John Vertonghen and Vincent Kompany. If you could, as Neymar was about to discover, you still had to go through one more level. And this guy was a god. What a wonderful discovery! The Belgian supporters knew Courtois was the man. The Brazilians were in disbelief. See guys, sometimes all it takes is one save for a goalie to grab everyone's attention. In 3 seconds, this next person at level 35 became a worldwide sensation, much like Courtois. When Aaron Ramsdale initially joined Arsenal in 2021, it wasn't your average big transfer. You see, Ramsdale was the target of intense criticism at the time, to the point where he had to disable his social media accounts. However, Ramsdale's manager Arteta had faith in him because he understood all Ramsdale needed was a chance to demonstrate his abilities to the outside world. And it was the perfect time during the match versus Leicester City. James Maddison had a free kick outside the area, and he was already turning to celebrate as soon as he cleared the wall. Ramsdale had other plans, though. The great Peter Schmeichel even tweeted about this miraculous save shortly after. Ramsdale became well-known overnight, but the person at level 40 needs no introduction. He was just building his reputation. A legend, Manuel Neuer is still going strong at 36 years old. In 2017, however, he was at a new level. even though his Bayern club lost the first leg of the quarterfinals against Real Madrid 2-1. His teammates knew that Ronaldo's brace would have been a hat trick if Neuer hadn't been there. Ronaldo struck that shot cleanly, and Neuer only needed to slam it away with one hand. Shutdown. However, Neuer has been going through a really difficult time for the national team lately, and that is due to the intensified rivalry, with a save so insane that it won the save of the season in 2015. Marc-Andre ter Stegen at level 45 demonstrated to everyone why he deserved to be the new number one. Barcelona versus Bayern. Neuer versus ter Stegen. Ter Stegen knew this was his moment to play well and stake his claim for the starting position in the national team. But Messi didn't know he'd be dirty in the first leg. He had to earn it though, and my man timed this perfectly with a breathtaking save that left more than 70,000 onlookers in awe. The dexterity with which he scooped it off the line was even better than the initial save. Just something about a double save makes the heart race. So this guy had to be it at level 50. Without this guy, Jan Oblak, a list of amazing goalie saves would be incomplete. Over the years, Oblak has made a number of astounding stops, but this double save against Celta Vigo is quite difficult to surpass.
Out wide from Boudabou, Sofiane Boufal quickly on to it. Skips past one, tries to make himself a shot on the edge of the area, some space rather. Maxi Gomez goes for goal, and it's a double save from Jan Oblak.
Hey dude, turned over a scissor kick shot with one hand. Balls on this dude. This is when things start to get interesting since every save after this is multiplied by 10. So, each one has to be really good to make the cut. And at level 60, folks, it doesn't get much better than Jerzy Dudek. A breathtaking double save in a Champions League final is going to be very difficult to top. And that's where my man Wilker Fariñas comes in. Stakes tripled at level 70. In 5 seconds, he truly produced 3 incredible saves. It was like seeing Superman in soccer boots. Speaking of superheroes, level 80 was the German Spider-Man himself, ter Stegen. In 2018, Barcelona played Sevilla. Andre Silva found the ideal header to connect with a cross that came in from the right. It appeared for all the world that the ball was going into the far corner until ter Stegen decided it was time to bust out a few moves with some superhero action. Ter Stegen was soaring at 1.98 meters in the air during that initial save, or 6 feet 4. He still had time to land and stop the rebound with another amazing save. Congratulations! Now though, folks, I'm moving into the GOAT category because this stop at level 90 was so incredible that it was chosen as the 1970 World Cup Save of the Century. The quarterfinal match between England and Brazil drew international attention because, while Brazil boasted a golden generation of players, with Pelé as the top pins, the people at FIFA HQ went crazy when they witnessed this, and years later, it won the skin. Hence, it isn't the best choice on the list. Arsenal vs Sheffield United and the 2001 FA Cup semifinals. A few minutes before the first half ended, Sheffield had a corner, and after the Arsenal defense failed to handle it, Sheffield was dominating, even though Arsenal appeared to be the superior team. Paul Pesce-Solito was inches from the post, and some Sheffield supporters were already applauding the goal as he put his head to it. But David Seaman made the greatest stop I've ever seen to scoop this one away. Completely illegal range was insane enough, but he was 38 years old and men shouldn't act like that. For that reason, he is the best pick. To be honest, he's also my buddy. I know he already subscribes to Frut Football, a legend,